My name is Aria Bradley. I am a senior at Goshen High School.
My name is Casey Gear, and I'm in 10th grade.
My name is Lorelei Williams, and I'm in 9th grade.
My name is Taylor Adamson, and I'm in 9th grade.
My name is Liv Day, and I'm in 9th grade.
My name's Shane Smith, and I am a sophomore.
I really do love when Mr. Edwards gives lectures because he has a very in-depth analysis of history. He makes history kind of come alive in a certain way, and it's something that I haven't really learned in any other history class.
Because if you get behind, then you get behind even more because there's even more work piled on, and if you get yourself behind too far, it'll snowball and it just won't end up well.
The stress kind of can take you over a little bit, but you gotta remember to relax and just let it go, because things can get better. And Mrs. Gadio is very, very accepting of anything that's going on in your life, and she will understand. Just the homework is one thing that will kill you. The out-of-school work that you need to do to get that college credit, that is the biggest thing that made me a little afraid to do it. I didn't hate the class for any reason, but afraid.
I have a few. The workload, while it is a lot, it's fun, it's a ton of work, but it really does further your learning. And the fact that we can all come together as a family and just bond over, homework, daily notes, vocab, stuff like that. It really does bring you a lot closer.
It's definitely an experience that you won't forget, and I will never forget my time in APUSH.
It's a big workload, but at the same time, it's still worth it. You're learning everything, just about.
I chose it for it to be a challenge. I wanted to further my education, and I wanted to do it in the best way possible. And I knew the course, and I did really well last year in history, so I figured might as well take it up a step.
I took APUSH because I thought it would be a great experience and a way for me to get ahead of my other classmates and have a better opportunity to take the classes that I wanted to take when I got to be a junior or a senior.
I wish that I would have actually just taken it earlier, because I don't know, it's better to take it as a sophomore. It's an introduction kind of to what you'll be facing as a junior and a senior, and even some of the stuff that you're doing in college. Taking it as a senior, it's still worth it, but I wish that I would have taken it when I was younger.
My advice for 8th graders taking APUSH is to study your materials throughout the year so you get caught up on everything, especially for the AP practice exam.
APUSH is definitely a judgment-free zone. If you don't know everything, it's completely fine because you're in that class to learn about things that you didn't learn in previous classes. And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to stress as long as you don't let the stress get to you. Even if you think you might want to take the class, if you have the tiniest little feeling that you might want to, I say go for it because there's no other opportunity like taking APUSH.
I chose to take APUSH because I love history, and APUSH is more in depth than modern American.
I wish I would have better prepared myself for the workload, because at the start of the year I really wasn't, and I was slacking off a lot, and I kind of got behind, but I worked my way up. So if you're going in, just know that it's a lot.
When we just do something so unconventional that you would have never thought of it in the classroom, like, spoiler alert, we did Abe Lincoln's funeral, and I dressed up like a widow. It was hilarious.
I love the atmosphere. It's a small class. You want to make it perfect, and you want to make it so where you get an A, but you have to realize that you don't always get an A, and that's very difficult.
Advice for 8th graders going to take APUSH. Organize how you do your homework. Make yourself a schedule, because that's going to really help you if you do sports or have a lot of extracurriculars. So pace yourself. Don't do all of your homework on a Thursday when it's due on a Friday, because it's the worst feeling in the world. But try to have fun.
We have a College Board curriculum that's approved by College Board people and approved here. And then at the end, first 2 weeks of May, you'll take a test. It's typically a long test. And if you get a 3 or better on the test, you get college credit. And College Board, since it's an approved curriculum, it kind of carries, it's kind of like a name brand. Like, you walk out and you go, yeah, I took AP whatever, and I got a 4 or 5. It's kind of like you get some street cred too. People know what that is. They know how much work's involved. It's been around a long time. It's kind of a name brand out there. I was talking to a lady this weekend who, she's my age, and she took AP Spanish in like 1991. And I was like, whoa, AP Spanish. I knew what that was. The lady next to me knew what that was. We were like, hey, look at you, AP Spanish. Okay? And on the other side of that is dual credit, where you'll take a test, a lot of times an placer, or I think an ACT. You can get a qualifying score in ACT, and then you get entrance into the class, and then you take it, and you get a grade, and you get college credit, but you have to take the test at the beginning. So that's kind of different. And then the dual credit class comes from a university, and so they have an approved curriculum. If it's through UC or Zane State or whatever, then you would have that curriculum in class. Well, what's expected is you do your work, all of it, in a timely manner. I never typically give anything that's due the next day. I give you a couple days to do it or a weekend to do it. You have to keep up with your readings. You must read the book. It's not the most exciting thing you'll ever read, but you read the book and you pay attention to the notes and you're doing the assignments and all of these layers of history are happening. Your history knowledge will grow automatically. Is it a lot of work? Yes. There's vocab every week. There's notes every week. So it's more geared to a person who's going to do that work, who's got some strong time management skills. And you have to love history because it is a lot of work. If you don't really like history, then maybe it's something that you can think about for taking later on, or maybe you're like, well, I'll take government instead or psych instead or whatever. And that's understood. But this is one of the best classes, in my opinion, offered. We do a lot of fun stuff. We're going to go on a field trip soon. Woo! We do fun things like a little party to celebrate the life of Abraham Lincoln. We do progressive speed dating. It kind of becomes a little club inside of the high school. It's, you see your friends in the hallway who are in the class. You're like, hey, I know the struggle, and you kind of work together through the ups and downs of APUSH. We get T-shirts. So it's a class it's tough, but it's rewarding. You talk to anybody who's taken it, even if they didn't make the mark in the test, they will tell you it's a great class. You'll learn a lot. Yeah, we are an APUSH family, and I'm kind of like the grandma.